I didn't plan for this. Picture up. Yeah, I sure did not plan for this. It's like the thought of today. Man, since December 26th, I have been nonstop on the go doing this daily vlog. And it's probably the 56th day of doing this where this was the most difficult time to ever do it. Reflect. I don't want to bitch and moan on this vlog. It's not the intent, but did a long hike on Saturday. And really did a number on my feet. Blisters galore. And I just pushed through it. I said, well, they'll pop. They'll come up. And yesterday's vlog, I started walking around trying to get my steps in. Got crippled. Twisted my ankle a little bit in the process. And then all these blisters, these blisters just like they popped. And then underneath, not to get graphic, but underneath the skin is just complete red. You know, it's like when you see those bodies with the skin taken off and you see the red portion of the body. Both. And I can barely walk. So I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan for this to happen. So I just kind of laid low today, and I've got a really busy week this week. Got a shoot tomorrow that we have to do. Thursday, last minute stuff that I need to do for a client. Then Friday, we have another shoot. We're shooting a music video that I'm assisting Gus with. Then Saturday, shooting the short film, which I just found out I'm a producer on the film, but now I'm also the boom op. We'll be holding the mic over all the actors. And then with my feet, I hope my feet get better. And then Sunday, the same thing. So I just laid low today, and I'm kind of down, truthfully. And I didn't plan for this. You know, I'm 53 years old, and you don't really think about things like this happening to you. And it's not that big a deal. I can still walk. It's not like I can't walk, but I just have a lot more sympathy for people that are going through things where they can't do things they used to do. And I'm not, I'm still young. I'm 53 years old. I'm not saying I'm this old timer fuddy-duddy, but I'm starting to get it now. And my journey as a creative has been an interesting one. I've always been the kind of guy that's kind of just gone with the flow, gone where what I felt like doing in life. And I have no regrets. I did that my whole life. And now as I'm getting older and thinking about where I'm at, the complete reboot, the second time around financially, and having hardly anything, it's caught up to me, my thinking, and 3 years, because it's not like I'm in my 20s or my 30s anymore. It's like, oh, buckle down. So every planning aspect from financial is gone. And it's like, man, and I just started thinking about that. What I do with creativity, does that have an age limit on? Now, going to find a regular job, that's a liability too. And I've been thinking about that too, because I'm having one client say, hey, we got to get some more sales in here. So what I do is always, as an entrepreneur in the creative space, is just, nothing's consistent. And I've been thinking, it's like, man, what can I do, at 53 years old? Because at this point, I was telling Gus, my buddy, he does a lot of DP stuff. I do a lot of video stuff with him. He's like my bro, man. I think you've seen him. You saw some of these videos. You've probably seen him like once or twice. I just was talking to him about that, and I'm at a point in my life where I don't have this, I feel like I don't have anything to prove. Does that make sense? Like from a creative standpoint, when you have this, when you're younger, there's like this entrepreneur oomph, like, oh yeah, I gotta show the world what I'm made of, and I'm gonna leave my mark, and I'm creating. I'm just creating. I'm creating. And if someone connects to it or they see it, great. If they don't, they don't. Because the internet is just a huge place with people always creating every single day and putting their stuff out there and putting their stuff out there. But I have felt, and I'm thank God that I'm doing better, walking towards a journey of healthy living to live a very long life. so I can stay active and stay out there. And what I mean by that is I don't do well. I don't do well when I'm isolated, and I've been isolated all day today. And I thought that was my safe haven, my recharge thing, and I can't deal with it because it's just your brain starts operating. You start thinking of all this stuff. And I started thinking about the unknown. I started thinking about, eternity. I started thinking about, what am I going to do when I'm 60? Am I going to still be doing this stuff? I mean, logically, most people my age are retired. They came up with a plan, but I'm not the only one going through stuff. And the more people I talk to, the more people I see a struggle. Financially, finances. They started a business that's not working out the way they wanted to do it in their 50s. So everything's not always a success story, is what I'm trying to get at. And that's okay too. But what now? What do I do? I guess I continue to keep doing what I'm doing. But in the meantime, I just don't know what's out there for me, um, outside of something I don't want to put my life at risk to go do. And what I mean by that is, like, I had opportunities to do so with some old news media investigation reporting and stuff like that I could have done. I just didn't want to do that because knew some people that got murdered. Not going to get into names, but associates. Just in this crazy world that we live in. I just, like, man, and plus I don't believe in that whole system again. I've talked about that before, so I'm repeating myself. You're new here, it's brand new to you. So anyways, that's going to happen. You do this daily vlog, but doing this daily vlog every single day, and then you're just kind of seeing it, and the intent of doing it is to stay active and to stay creative and think. And this is one of those days where I fell flat because my feet have fell flat. I have nothing creative to bring to this table for this vlog today. And that is the first time that's happened. Nothing's flowed. Nothing's happened. Then come up with a crazy idea on the thing. I say, man, what am I going to do? And the first thing when I turn on the camera, I go, I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan for this to where I'm being in my life. And then I'm seeing, I spent a lot of time on YouTube watching YouTube videos from people, and I'm seeing this overall response, from a lot of younger men that are just have given up dating in general. And I wish, if there's one thing I could have probably wish I could have take back and change, is when I went through a divorce in my early 40s from a 15-year marriage, that I just wish I didn't jump back in and trying to, that I would have dealt with myself and the issues of divorce head on and worked on myself. But no, I just ran more into alcoholism, sleeping around, sex stuff, finding women, trying to replace, a woman on my side from my children when I had my children. It was a mess. And I see that now that a lot of people have given up on the relationship thing, because the more I look at it, the more I see it's difficult. It's really difficult. And God forbid what I'm going through right now and having a relationship would be stressful. It'd be really, really stressful. So God bless the people that are staying married and staying at it. But man, I don't know how you do it. And it's frustrating. I've tried in the last 3 years to start relationships with women. One in particular that I just can't have a casual friendship with her anymore. And it's tough. That's been eaten away from me. I drew the line in the sand and said, hey, look, I can't, we need to plan. We need to talk about what the future is. And she couldn't give that to me. And so I've had to draw the line in the sand with that. And it kind of hurts. It stings tremendously. And it's nobody's fault. It's just, I want something more than what she's able to give right now. And that's fine. I'm just thinking, it's like, man, what the heck? And then just hearing, hanging out with my bud last Saturday and hearing him, he's 57 years old and in a dating pool. I'm just like, I don't want to go through the dating pool. I was happy with building a friendship with somebody for 2 years. There's a lot of invested time in that. And it's like, man, that hurts. I think that hurts more than anything I've ever gone through as far as an investment goes, because we did everything the right way. Everything was pure. Nothing happened. It was just a really strong friendship that I valued. So I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan to be where I'm at 53 years old. And it's hard to believe. I'm already thinking, we're all the way through February now, and it's going to be March. I'm going to be 54 in October. And I'm like, my Lord, time is just flying by. It's accelerating. Yes, I'm doing all these things that I set out to do, but I don't want to be at 63 having the same conversation with the camera. I have to take a good look and say, man, what am I doing? Do I need to restructure myself finally in life? I've lived a very creative life and always made money doing it. Whatever I put my mind to, it wasn't always easy, but I always did it. And maybe that's what I just need to do right now is have my same conversation with myself and just say, hey, look, man, just buckle down. It's never easy. But stability. And does anybody really have stability anymore these days outside of something could happen like that and you don't? I've had stability. I haven't had stability. And there is a high of not having stability sometimes because sometimes you just have to figure it out. But it sucks when you're down to the wire and you got things to pay and there's no money in the bank account. That's a tough one. That's what I hate. Just like when you just have to get a necessity like food or something, and you're down to 3 days and you're like, oh man, what am I going to do? And that's changing. It's changing a little bit. But then once you start seeing things progress and you have something else go in the mix, go, well, I don't know if we're going to keep you on retainer outside of this month. And you go, what? Really? So, and then you just have to fill in the gaps somewhere else. And it's a hustle, man. It's a real hustle. But I think about, maybe I shouldn't. I think about stability because that's what women want. They want stability. They want more than anything. They want stability in the man, who they are. They don't want a flip flopper. But it comes with, protection, and financial and taking care of things. And I'm able to do that. I am, but I was hearing this one guy talk. He's so young. He's probably 38, 39. He just said he's given up. And I saw all these comments from these men and it makes sense because what he was saying was basically, he was saying like, there's like this jock or a cheerleader and they find each other, right? Because of they want something out of the relationship, right? Because he was basically saying that, it goes both ways. So when I say this, it wasn't one side. He was saying this is for women and men because they process to go, if I can only have this thing right here, I'll be happy. But they're looking for the circumstance. They're looking for a financial thing to be filled. They're looking for something superficial to be filled, the looks, the things of that nature. And I thought about it, and it's really true because in the dating pool, someone's either not healed up, they're wounded, they're going through something in life, and they're just crapping on somebody else. I did it. I did it for, 10 years of my life. I wasn't healed up, and I was a mess. So I get it. I get why men and women are just shutting down. Because I don't like when women start talking about finances and they judge you where you're at. That's not a woman I want to be with. Period. I don't care about the fast cars. I don't care about nice things anymore. I just don't. I really don't. I'm basic. Give me a tiny house, live off the grid. I'll be happy. Sustain life, solar power. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need the headaches. I don't want to be a superficial person that I'm not. And I think I've experienced that. I lived a life of a lie for so long, but obtaining wealth, of obtaining things that define you. And I found in this life, that's not what defines you in life. It's who you are as a person that defines you. And if you have faith, you surrender that, and it's who's inside you that defines you. So it's a lot to unpack, but I didn't plan for this. I think a lot of men and women didn't plan for this in this life. Plans didn't go the way they intended to go. And I had a lot of plans and I did them, but at some point the bottom fell out of them and I had to regroup and do things. But I have realized like, I don't care. And that's okay, me not caring. And what I mean by that, it's such a deep statement. I think I did my second or third vlog entry. It was titled, I don't care. because I just don't. I don't care on the principle of life's just too short to have anxiety. Life's too short to be worried about the unknown. Um, the only thing I do wish and long for is just my own little tribe, you know, whether that be a woman in a relationship. Man, I do. I'm like 50-50 with it, man, like right now. But I think I'm guarded. My body tells me when it starts feeling things where it feels like it's going to get hurt. It just says, hey, you don't want to go through this, man. Because I've been through a lot of things in my life with relationships. And my body tells me, it's like, bro, you need to put up some guards because you're not going to like the way this feels, the way it's going to go down. So you live and learn. But I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan for this. I don't think you did either. There's just life. Things happen. We just have to roll with the punches and roll with them. You know, I always envisioned myself still being married at this age. And what? Shoot. Um, I always said, do what you love to do and you'll never be in lack a day in your life. I couldn't think about retiring, but if I was working like a brick and mortar, you know, blue collar, I would be thinking of retirement at 55 because you're sick of that. It's the mundane. In the world of creative, I know lots of people that have done that. They come out of retirement and they finally can become a creative. Like the guy Jay at Blue Jay Recording Studios. He was a touring musician all in his 20s, toured all over the place, and then he got married, had a kid, had to become responsible, and started a company. And then he ended up selling it for crazy amount of money and built that beautiful studio. And he's like in his 70s. You know, he started out in his 60s. So it's never too late, man. It's never too late to be on a creative journey. It's never too late to do that thing you love to do. And I'm learning that. But I'm almost to the point too. It's like with all this creativity and the stuff that I do, I almost thinking like, man, at the end of the day, I don't need it. It's a part of me. And this is like this vlog is a hobby for me. And doing music is a hobby now. It's not paying any bills. My music in the past has paid bills. Working with artists has paid bills. But this YouTube thing's not paying bills. And my music I'm doing right now is not paying bills. The other things that I do help. They pay a little. But it doesn't define me anymore. You know, it's not like if I'm set out like, oh, I'm going to make this because it's the truth is, if your intent is just to do things, to be creative and get things out there, you're going to be content with it. When you start making about, I see all these YouTubers stressing about, I got to monetize my channel. I've had monetized channels, man. And it's like up and down. So if you base your whole existence of like being a creative and like, oh, I got to monetize, you're going to be in a big disappointment. You got to do this because you love to do it. Not about clicks, not about retention rate. It's about you love to do this. And if you love to do this, it's going to show to people like, man, he's really passionate about this. And that's going to resonate more on the camera than anything else, or in music. If you're putting, a lot of soul and, feelings and emotion in the music, and it's resonating through it lyrically and musically and sonically, it's going to resonate with somebody. If someone has a chance to scroll by it. And that's the culture we live in now. And I'm okay with that. Like being a creative back in the day, there were systems in place, how you release things, with music especially. And even with films too, same thing. And just the internet just like knocked everything over, where everybody has the ability to jump on a camera, jump on their phone, say something. And that's fantastic. It's great, but it's so saturated. And then you have to do these gimmicky things to make it work for an algorithm that's telling you that this is what the people want. Click fast, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just like, I'm not doing it. So I started this brand new channel, had another channel I probably could just use and did the same thing and build it off. And I had, 5,000 plus subscribers. The other one I have like, 9,000, and could have just, but I said, no, I want to start something organic here where it's no pressure and I'm just going to show up, and wherever the algorithm sends this, it sends it at the end of the day. I did plan for that because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, man. Showing up, doing what you love to do, even when you're in pain. I'm still doing this. And it was difficult. I was like, man, because your brain starts thinking and starts saying, who cares anyways? What is 7 people going to watch this? 8 people? You're lucky 50, the way the channel is right now. And its subscribers are growing. I mean, starting from 0 subscribers, we're 27, 28 now, since December 26th. Slow growth. Algorithms sending 98% of people back in. Some return people are like 0.2%. So it is what it is. Not everybody's going to connect with it because there's so much great content out there. There's so many people like myself that are saying the same things, and it's just about personality type and if someone connects with it or not. And I'm okay with that too. It's like, I've got a lot to say, but so does everybody else. So, it's like everybody thinks they're so special and they have something to say. But at the end of the day, man, give everybody a microphone and a camera. They're going to bring value to the world because they've lived the life that I haven't lived, and vice versa. That's why I love YouTube so much, finding people that are just communicating and had life experiences. I value that. I love seeing into people's lives and what they're trying to do as a couple or an individual or, starting a business. And that's what the beautiful thing about why I love YouTube. So with this life, I didn't plan for this. You just got to go with it. Go with the creative flow. I'm thankful. And by the way, no matter what's going on, I haven't been hard on myself. My mind just been thinking about the unknown of the future, of stuff that I really can't control or dictate, of being isolated for just, 24 hours with my feet and my ankle giving me rest. And I'm like, man, because I've literally since December 26th, I've been on the go. And this is the time I've really had to pause. I think there was one other time where I had a rough day and I kind of stayed in, but the body wasn't cooperating. But I like to go. I feel so accomplished at the end of the day, doing this vlog and doing all my work. I can put my hand to the plow. I can put my head down and go, tomorrow's a new day. We're going to knock that one out of the park. I feel the same way tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day. It's going to be a busy next couple of days, but I'm thankful and I'm going to push through. I know my body, I know that his feet are not going to be held up. They still are killing me. It's still raw on the bottom of my feet, but I'm going to go, man. I'm thankful. So if you're going through something right now, whatever it is, health problems, health scare, you lost a loved one, you got the winter blues, or you're down, you lost a job, you lost something that you love to do, you're in an argument with a loved one, whatever it is, there's a long list. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just don't. It's not worth it. At the end of the day, make corrections, try to become a better person. That's all you got to do. It's going to be a new day tomorrow and start afresh. Yeah, I've made a lot of poor choices in my life, but that's how I'm still here. It's just taking it day by day and not being so hard on yourself, because you're not going to be perfect. We want everything to be finished like that, and that's not how life works. Not unless you won the lottery, but that ain't going to happen anytime soon. Or maybe if you play it. I don't play it, but so also, like I'm doing, man, document the journey. Even if you don't use YouTube or any platform to talk about things, FaceTime a friend, talk to them, communicate, get on the phone, call somebody, talk about what's going on. Because the more you do that, the more you're going to be moving in a direction where you're going to be healthy and healing immediately. And yeah, sometimes you do need to go for tune-ups to talk to a professional. Not saying don't talk to professionals, but there's beauty in that as well. If you can afford that, definitely do that. I've done my share of that over the years, and it's truly helped. But find people, find groups, find social groups, Zoom calls. If you're going through something, you don't have to do it alone. Document the journey. Share your story. You have something to bring to the table. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Pray for my feet. Pray for my ankle, my back, and my body's just been aching. I've been feeling really well. And we'll see you tomorrow on Creative on the Mend. See you real soon. It's a thumbnail pose. Ready? You made it this far in the video. Let's see if I can do it. Wait a minute. What would be a one like this? I didn't plan for it. What would be a good thumbnail? I didn't plan for it. Or strike a pose.
What the hell?
Pack it up, pack it in. It's time to begin. It's another edition of Creative on the Bench.
When Jeff is buying the prime ribs frying.